This is the Iron Trader, and this is midday trading. So I want to take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, and at natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look here at Apple and at Tesla. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation advice on a stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Apple, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, Apple here came out, and I guess they're having a tough time there in competing in China. So this is not a good thing for them, and they're lowering prices on some of their iPhones here. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out here. So let's take a look here at the old charts. Now you can see here we had a nice high of 260.10, and then we've been pulling back ever since here. Okay, so when you look at this, where we are like an overbought condition on your RSI. This is a perfect example of it. See where you have this high, we have a high, then we have an even higher high, but we have a lower high. See this negative divergence? You always want to look for that here on the RSI. Now the green cross below the red, that shows momentum there to the downside, which obviously that is what's happening here. Now a key is going to be here for Apple is going to be right here at 242.27. You really need to have that on a closing basis, hold that price on a closing basis, I should say. If not, they're going to be going lower kind of situation. Now today we had that low of 244.16, so then you want to watch right there at that 242.26. And then we can come down here to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 241.75 level that we're going to go to. And then we can come all the way down here to this 50-day, which is at 237.77. Now, we always want to walk to the left of the chart here, 237.49, okay, 237.77. Pretty much right in that same level area there, okay? So if this comes down, this is what you're going to be looking for as a big target, is this 50-day here, and then we got to see what the reaction is once it gets there. Does it blast through and go to the 100 SMA here, or does she just bounce right off there and can rally straight back and up here again, okay? So right now, your key level here is going to be that 237.77. You got 231.89. But on a closing basis here for the week, you really want to maintain that 242.26. And then if not, you can come all the way down here to this 21 SMA here. But you can see how this 21 SMA, see how nicely it's been holding the whole way, and that same way with the 8. Now the price is above the 8, but we got to see if this is all going to shake out, because this could be a big problem here for the old Apple situation. Now, say this takes off and it rallies right back up here. Well, then what you're looking at the bottom of this candle right here, you're looking at 245.69. We'll come bottom here, 247.09. And then we're going to do, come to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 247.74. And then here's your big target is going to be that 249.58. Now you see this 8-day, it's still above. Okay, it's curling over, but it hasn't crossed yet that 21-day, okay, like we had here. See where that 8-day crosses that 21-day, takes the price right on down, then you're fighting it. See when the price gets above that 8-day, then she rallies up here nicely. So really on the upside, just watch that, and it needs to get back above this 249.57 here, then we can take a run at that 8-day. But right now you need to get right above that, but you got a big red candle. So if it keeps selling, just follow these candles on the left here, but this is going to be a big target, is going to be that 237.77 level. Okay, let's take a look here now at Tesla. Okay, here we have Tesla. Now, they had a first time ever, they had a miss there on their deliveries. I mean, it was supposed to be 505,000. They came in at 494,000 or something on that order there. So it's just not good here, not boding well here for the old Tesla. Now, here's the key that on Tesla, let me big it up a little bit here for you, is going to be this 8 simple moving average. Okay, you really need to hold this by the end of the week here on a closing basis, 384.86 level. That's going to be very, very crucial here, okay? Now, you can see here where we just gapped right down. Soon those numbers came out, and now she's just trading down here lower. So today we had that low so far of 373.40 level here. So when you look right to the left of the chart here, you got 375 kind of a situation is what you really need to hold. Your next level is going to be to retest is going to be this 361.53 level, and then we can come over to the top of this candle here at 358.64, and then we're going to have this 50-day all the way down here at 349.44 level here. Okay, so always just look to the left of the chart here, but your big target is going to be that 50-day at that 349.45 level. Now on the upside, say this reverses. Now we got to do is we got to fill this gap. So you look at today's high, 392.73, and then we'll look here to the previous day's low, 402.54, and then you can rally all the way up here to that 417.14, and then we have your 8-day at 425.36. Now, this is the same thing as the Apple nowadays. 8-day is rolling over, but it has not crossed that 21-day. Once it crosses, then you're fighting the whole situation. Now, right here, what we had is there was no divergences going on here, because see, we had a high. Okay, at a high, we had a higher high, but we had a higher high here. We just had like a big, overbought condition kind of situation. I think Tesla's been up 56% since the T-Man got in there. So, it's been had a really good rally, but now she's just selling off here. Your green below your red, that's also a sell signal. And momentum, I should say, is going to the downside here. So what you want to do is just watch today's low. That's at 373.40. If that's lost here, just come right over top of this candle here. That's your next level. 361.53, and then come over here. You're looking at that 358.64, and then this is going to be key level right there is that 349.44 level. Now by Friday, we'd really like to hold this 8-day at that 384.78 level. If you can, then we have a good shot at this reversing, filling that gap, and maybe aiming towards that 21 simple moving average. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Before I get to crude oil, let's take a look here at Bitcoin. Forgot about that. Okay, now you can see Bitcoin here looking really nice. I've been pointing out this 8 SMA here. Okay, see how that we're rolled right over, and see where the price goes? It goes right into it, and it can't get above. Now, what was it, Tuesday? We had a nice, came up, went above that 8-day, made a nice higher high and a higher low, but you notice that it closed below. Now, we're looking very, very nice. We have a higher high and higher low going into the new year, because I say the T-Man's coming in. He's all into the Bitcoin. They're going to get a Bitcoin czar, so maybe this thing can rally up nicely. But the key to the upside is going to be right here. It's going to be this 21-day. This is everything right there, okay? You need to close above. That's 98,780, okay? So this is what we're looking for. If you get above that, then we're going to look at the top of this candle right here, 99,685, and then we're going to look right here at 99,995, okay? Now, if you keep right on rolling, then here's what we're going to be looking at. You got 325 level here, okay? And we come over top of this candle here. You're looking at 102.605. Then we'll come up top of this candle here at 103.190. Then we'll come right over here to the top here at 105.325. And then we can just follow the candles up until you hit 108.960 level here. But this 21-day is everything. You need to close above that situation. So right now, on the downside here, you're watching this 8-day. This needs to hold it on a closing basis, 95,726. Now, there is support here. If we look at Tuesday's high, looking at 97.10, but this 8-day is going to be everything right there at that 95,735. So really what you're trading is between that 8-day and that 21-day, 8-day and 21-day. If she breaks out, well, then we know where we can go. We follow candles up until we get maybe a possible retest. If you lose this 8-day on a closing basis here, then what we want to do is we want to look obviously to today's low, 94,830. Then we want to come to the bottom of this candle right here at 92,615, and then we'll come right here to the bottom at that 91,735. Now again, if that's lost, you just look right here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 91,475, and then right here, okay, is at 97.85, and then here's your big target. Is going to be that 50-day at 89,423. Now again, if this is lost here, we have a sideways action, but I say if it is lost here, this is what you're going to be looking at right here, this gap and this fill, okay? So you come to the bottom of that candle, you're looking at 86.70, there's your gap, and then look to the top of this candle here at 77.930. Now, even if it sells out, it doesn't have to always fill that gap, but that provides a good support. But once it starts getting into the gap, then it usually will fill that gap here, and then we have the 100-day below that, okay? But again, I like to show you where it can possibly go the same way with the upside. But right now, all you're doing is you're trading between that 8-day right there, okay? That's going to be key, and that 21-day. So if she breaks out, then we add to the position, we take it long. If it can't get through there and just sideways action and you lose that 8-day, then we take short ski and we come right on down. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil. Now, if you watch my video this morning, I posted a seasonality chart, so you can just take a look at that kind of a situation. Now, what we have here is we have a really looking at just a really good upswing going, okay? So when we were right down over above this 8-day, I said what we gotta do is just look to the left of the chart here, okay? So what we're looking for is right here, 71.44, obviously we're above that. Then we come to the next level here. You're looking at 71.51. We're obviously above that. And then we just follow these candles. But this was your nice target here, which is at 72.88. Now you can see where we're above that. But again, you need to have this on a closing basis. We got to see how the rest of the day shakes out. Now, on the upside here again, then we lose. We just look to the left. Okay, so we have 73.26. Okay, so crude oil right now is 73.53. So your next level is going to be right here. 74.45, that's going to be your next target. And then we'll come up to the top of this candle right here at 75.08. Now, your big target obviously is going to be this 200-day sitting at 75.61. If it rallies up there, then we have to see what is going to be the reaction. Is it going to be like this scenario here, where it goes into it, and then the next day it pops up and comes down? Is it going to be like this scenario here, where you're right into the 100-day, where you have like a double top, and then she comes on down here? See this, another double top situation comes down. That's why that 200-day is very, very key. So this is your big target is going to be that 200-day at 75.61. So this is what you definitely want to watch. Now on the downside here, we just do the reverse of what we normally did. So you got your key support level there at 72.88. Okay, that's what we're looking at. Then we'll come over top of this candle, 71.51, and then we'll come over here to the top of this candle, 71.44, and then we start running right in here. Okay, so you got 70.95. That's your 100 SMA here. Then we come right down to the next support level at 70.72, and then we have your 21-day sitting there at 69.87, and then we have your 50-day right below that at 69.72. Okay, but right now here, this looks very, very bullish chart. This is going right up here off to this tweezer bottom. Now, I always pointed out here, so we had that tweezer top, and then we sold down, but then the following day, we made that higher high and higher low, and we put that nice tweezer bottom on here, and ever since then, it's just been rallying up higher. But again, this time of the year, this usually will rally till about the first week here of January. So you got to be a little bit careful here on what happens when it hits, and it hits that 75.61, that 200 SMA here. Really, for me, I've been doing this over 2 decades. It's the same trade every year. You run it up into, and then it goes flat ski, and then you buy this like mid-February, and then you run it up to seasonality, summer driving, and then into the hurricane season. Now, you look at your RSI, you got plenty of room to run up here. You can hit that 70 mark here. Your green is over your red. So this is actually looking very, very bullish situation here now. So when we were at this level here, and then we went right into that 100-day, okay, see how we went into that 100-day, and it came right on down here? It was just looking ugly, like it was going to come right down. But you notice that it never did get and retest that 66.98 level. It just went right back above those simple moving averages, and then she's just rallying up nice for a nice seasonality trade. Okay, let's take a look down here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Okay, so here we are moving up here nicely. Okay, so what we had here, this was that contract roll. So we had the contract roll here. Except now, if you look at the futures as the months go out, January contract, February was lower, March is lower, April is lower, until you start getting into the springtime, then the contracts go on up higher. Okay, so this here, okay, see where you came all the way down here and made a lower low today, but you notice that it went above that 8-day, but it now so far hasn't closed above it. So we got to see how the rest of the day shakes out here. But for me, I don't hold natural gas. I just scalp it. Okay. So far, I scalped the UNG. That was a really good trade. I got low of 16.86, then it hit a high of 17.31 here, and I just take the trade off. I'm not looking for that much because I'm not trading 5,000 shares. So 20, 30 cents, 40 cents, you got a good trade just in natural gas because I trade so many other things. So this is what you want to watch on the upside. Is going to be this 3.71. You need to close above it. That's going to be key. Then we come up to this 3.74 level, which was obviously today's high. And then we'll come up right up here to this 3.82, and then we have 3.94. But this is what you're looking for. See these two candles right here? Both of them are 401. That was that double top situation. This here just had a spike up. It couldn't hold nothing. And so this is what you're looking for on the upside. If you can close above that 3.71, then that 401 is going to be your big target. Now, say this sells right off here. Well, obviously, you want to look to Tuesday's low there. That was 3.57. We look to today's low, okay, at 3.54. Now, that was the gap, okay? And then right here, at the top of this candle here, 3.45 is your fill. So your gap and your fill. But when you look at all these candles here, just take right off down the left here. Okay, so you just draw a line right from the top of this candle here. See how nice this is all holding here. Now the gap it came down here, but again, that was that contract roll. But you notice it popped up here. So we're holding this area very, very nice. That's going to be very, very key. So just look at today's low. Very, very key, that 3.54. If not, you're going to go to this gap fill, and then we're going to go down to possibly down to this 21-day here and lower. But right now, this is what you watch. Is today's low, and then on the upside, you watch that 8-day at that 3.71. Now, if we start closing above that, then I'll take another trade in the UNG, and we'll scalp this bad boy long again. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'm back here after the old pit close, and we'll take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, natural gas, and then we'll see what else we can throw in the old mix. All right, thanks for watching.